Let's go a little deeper into selection options. Up on the main toolbar, we have the Select Object tool that you're familiar with. By default, it has a selection region type of rectangle, meaning that we draw a rectangle to select objects. But there are different selection region types. This button is a flyout. We can press and hold that button and choose a different selection region type, such as a circle, and then we can draw a circle to select objects. Or we can use the lasso method. Draw a lasso and select objects. We can cycle through those different selection region types with the keyboard shortcut Q. Q activates the Select Object tool, and it also cycles through these different selection regions. I can press that button and go back to the rectangular selection region. Selections work differently in wireframe and shaded windows. In a wireframe view, the selection tools work on wires. To select something, you need to click on a wire or click and drag to select a wire. In a shaded view, selection tools work on surfaces. If you click on a surface, you'll select that object, or if you click and drag, you will select various surfaces under the mouse cursor. And we can see that there's a different behavior there. If we go up to our top view, which is a wireframe view, and click and drag around this magazine, then we'll only select that magazine because we only enclosed the wires of that magazine. But over here in the perspective view, if we do the same thing, click and drag to enclose that magazine, then we select the magazine, the table, and in this case even the floor underneath it. Regardless of the viewport display mode or the current selection region type, by default, if the selection region touches any part of an object or its wire, then that object is selected. And that is called crossing mode. Again, that means if the selection region crosses or touches a wire or a surface, that object is selected. To illustrate once again, if I just drag a selection region and merely touch the corner of this table, then that table is selected. On the main toolbar, we can change that behavior. We've got a button up here labeled Window Crossing. Click that button and we switch over into window mode. And now to select any object, we have to entirely enclose the object within the selection region. So I'll go down to my perspective view once again, and if I click and drag to make a selection region on the floor and release the mouse, nothing is selected. Try again with this chair over here, and again, nothing is selected. But if I draw a selection region that entirely encloses an object, such as that magazine, then the object is selected. And because I didn't enclose any other object completely within that selection region, nothing else got selected. In window mode, you have to draw a large window to completely enclose the object in order for it to be selected. But as you saw just now, when I draw a rectangle that did not completely enclose that table, the table was still selected. So just to complicate matters, the rules are different for groups. That table is a group. In window mode, the selection region needs to touch at least two of the group's selection brackets. But the brackets are invisible unless you open the group, and then the rules will change yet again. Window mode really works best for objects and sub-objects or components, and don't be surprised if you get unexpected results when trying to select groups. The best way to select a group is just to single click on it rather than use the selection region. That's how to use window crossing mode, how to select objects in wireframe and shaded views, and how to choose the various selection region types.